A train station, the natural habitat of the folding bike. It's the perfect gadget for the commuter who's as fit as a butcher's dog with only a short distance to cover to and from the station. For the rest of us, though, folding bike equals sweaty mess when you get to work. And let's face it, they're not exactly cheap, are they? But now there's a new breed of folding bike that offers affordable, perspiration-free, battery-powered portability. It could revolutionise your commute. Battery-powered folding bikes. It's the transport gadget we never knew we needed, and I've picked 3 of the latest for a day of testing to find out if we actually do. They are the QuickFold Excite 3A. The most expensive on test, it has 5 levels of power assist, up to 25 kilometres of range, front and rear disc brakes, a speedometer, and the smallest wheels at 16 inches. Next up, the mid-priced Biocycle Chameleon FDXL. This is the only folding e-bike on the market today with 24-inch wheels. It has a range of up to 50 miles and front-wheel suspension. And the Carrera Cross City. It has 3 levels of power assist, a 30-mile range, 20-inch wheels, and it's the cheapest and lightest bike on test today. My first test is foldability. How quick and easy these bikes collapse and go back together. This information is a crucial part of any potential folding bike purchase. Sir, you look as though you might want a folding bicycle. First up, the QuickFold. The manufacturers claim this bike can be folded and unfolded in seconds. If you know what you're doing. There I see you do it immediately. Good.
That is pretty foldable.
Just pop it back out.
Yes. So, and that goes down.
Yeah, that's cool.
Next, the Biocycle. The bends round. It's not as quick and simple as the QuickFold.
It definitely looks like you do in there.
But after a fair amount of faffing around, we get there in the end.
There we are. Okay. I'd probably go for something a bit smaller if I was going to get one, something that could fall off a bit more compact, perhaps.
And finally, the lightweight Cross City. That clips in. Yep. And these pedals sort of clip like that. Happily, this proved relatively simple to fold with no major hiccups.
That's quite easy to fold out.
I reckon the QuickFold has won the first round with its simple lever mechanism. On to my second test, rideability. But as I've got just 1 bum and 2 legs, I need a bit of help. Hello, Andy and Lauren. Now, you're obviously keen cyclists with all this equipment, helmet bags and helmet and so forth.
Yes,
what are your normal cycling habits?
I cycle around 3 evenings a week.
I kind of get involved in every aspect, commuting, racing.
Have you ever thought of going electric?
Why not?
For our test ride, Lauren picked the QuickFold, Andy's plumped for the larger wheels of the Biocycle, leaving the Cross City for me. There we are. Right, follow me.
Easy enough to move.
Yes, you can wheel. Before we hit the road, though, we've got to get our bikes out of the station. How difficult are our foldable friends to cart about?
It's comfortable enough to push, but I might struggle a bit now getting down the stairs.
Oh, dear.
Carrying it downstairs is a lot easier than trying to wheel.
Really? I'm not impressed, really. I mean, they may be foldable, but it doesn't mean they're easy to carry about. It's all good exercise, though, isn't it? The plan is for us to ride 3 miles across town to Perry Bar, where a very special guest is waiting. Don't run into those bollards. Each of our bikes features power assist technology, which is supposed to take the pressure out of pedalling.
Oh my God, the boost.
The level of boost can be adjusted to different types of terrain. How are you doing, Andy?
This is actually very surprising. I didn't think there'd be such a kick.
It's actually quite hard to ride it slowly. How are you finding those little wheels?
Definitely can feel twitchiness of the small wheels.
Yeah, they're too close together almost, and they're too small. How's your suspension doing on those?
The suspension and the wider tyres really make this bike very comfortable.
Ah, right.
A lot more comfortable than my usual road bike.
Oh, right.
Yes.
It seems quite good at this sort of thing, mine. Because sometimes you find the folding bikes feel too short, but I think this one doesn't feel as though the wheelbase is too short. Oh, this is good. You can set the boost to low for flat roads and high for those pesky hills.
I wonder how useful it is for going uphill.
Ah, that's
Wow.
very useful is the
Yeah.
answer. You can't now put it on high assistance or rocketing up. Perhaps we can go a bit faster.
Maybe we should try. Oh, I'm on to level 4.
Once you get to 15.5 miles an hour, the motors on these electric bikes stop their assistance. That's because any assisted speed over that makes the bike liable for road tax. So, all 3 electric bikes have performed well on our long ride, but is it enough to make my pedal pals switch from muscle power to battery?
So, what's the verdict?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. For a hilly commute, yeah, definitely.
Yes, I'm with you on that. I found this surprisingly good, actually, to ride on the road, but I think I only really need the assistance if my commute was hilly.
For me, I'm really sold. I think I really like this one, so thanks very much, John. Leave now, I'll see you later. Thank you.
For our third and final test, Ruggedness, I've come to the Birmingham BMX racetrack, where these bikes are about to be subjected to some proper hardcore Gadget show testing. And riding my 3 bikes is a BMX Olympian and cycling ambassador.
This is Sinead Reid, 4 times world BMX champion and an expert at putting bikes through their paces. Sinead, lovely to see you.
Hi.
I guess these are the very opposite of what you're looking for in a bike.
Yeah, just a little bit, but I think what's going to be interesting is they have a motor, so I'm looking forward to testing that out.
Sinead is going to push these bikes to their absolute limits, and first to the gate is the quick fold. It might be quick to fold, but will it be quick around the course? Its wheels are the smallest here at only 16 inches.
And it's going pretty slowly with the quick fold. I know she was a bit apprehensive about using any of these bikes around this track, but she's obviously not really going for any jumping.
But the chain on the quick fold has come away. Even though Sinead is trying to get it back on the road, it looks like it's given up.
No, it's broke.
Sinead has doled out some serious punishment here, and the quick fold isn't really designed for this type of treatment. Now it's out of the running, it's on to the next, the biocycle. It has 24-inch wheels, but it's also our heaviest bike and the only one with front-wheel suspension.
And that's pretty decent round there from the biocycle. Pretty good, certainly better than the quick fold.
Now time for Sinead's final trip around the course on the Cross City.
But I think Sinead is doing much better on the Cross City, actually. It's got 20-inch wheels. They're the size she normally uses on her proper BMX.
So Sinead is done. But which one of my electric folding bikes is her favourite?
The bronze medal goes to this little bike.
The quick fold.
The runner-up would have to be this one.
The biocycle.
So, the winner,
Yes.
for me, it has to be this one, the Cross City. And purely because it was nice and sturdy, it felt kind of robust over the jumps. I think with the wheel size was quite nice because it made it feel quite stable and secure. So yeah, this has to be the winner for me.
Cross cycle's the winner.
Yep.